Welcome to the Inner Princess Fox Hunt Guide to the latest DLC and the first in the Evil Lairs collection. This is of course Laser Lair. As with every new course, there is an option to unlock a course themed putter, and this one is slightly different as we have two fox hunts to complete. We have the standard Walkabout mini golf fox hunt, and we also have a special guest fox hunt from Exploding Kittens creator Elan Lee. With that in mind, slightly longer video this time to cover both fox hunts, but we start as ever at hole number 1 with the first clue. This hard course features two fox hunts. To start the Walkabout fox hunt, pick up the micro disc on the left. To start the bonus Exploding Kittens hunt by guest creator Elan Lee, pick up the card on the right. So choices as we begin, but we are going to start with the Walkabout fox hunt. Hello, probationary agent. This is the island fortress of Magnus Caldwell, roguish supervillain and chairman of Lair. The Lair semi-annual fully evil conference is tonight, and we hope you can collect certain information for us while security is stretched thin. Search the next room for your first directive. Okay, so the next clue we're told is in the next room down, which is hole 2. So as we start at the tee, we have the table on the left. And as we turn to the right, we have a hot drink dispenser, and there is the next microdisc. Start by interfacing with 4 serve bots around the compound. They will have the schematics you need for successful infiltration. So there are 4 clues to find, and the first of these serve bots is here. You just need to point at them and pull back, and there you go, you get a beep to confirm you've picked one up. So 3 more to find if we go to Giant View and send ourselves to hole number 8. Inside the pool room we can see the next serve bot. You might need to do a little bit of chasing around. You can do that either with teleporting or with smooth locomotion. There's the second. The third flows on from here. We just need to go out of this room into the open, and we'll see another one offering drinks out here. Oh, canapé, sorry. Okay, and for the fourth one, we want to make our way up the steps towards the indoor suite. So I'll speed that up. And when we get in, you may need to track this one down. He moves about quite quickly. And there is the 4th clue. Schematic successfully transferred, and now we have a picture clue. Hopefully this one is fairly easy to find. When you go to Giant View, you are immediately drawn to this helipad, and if we rotate, we can see that matches the shape. So as we send ourselves down there, there is the next clue. Schematic successfully transferred. Okay, now we have 2 on another picture clue. So what I find helpful here is to identify this shape at the bottom of the picture. If we go up to... We want to be quite high up to see this one, so I'm just going to teleport to the top of this building and then fly up a little bit. You can do this whole thing without flying, but this is just to show you how you can identify the shapes. We can see we've got these 2 steps leading down into that odd shape in the middle, and we can see from the picture that the clue is down there. So I'm just going to fly down, and on this desk we can see the first of the 2 clues. Now for the second, we need to look at the shape of this sort of monorail that goes around the island. If we join that, we can see that actually from the picture, we deviate off left where the monorail keeps going right. So it's up there we want to head. So we're going to speed this bit up. And when you get up to the top, it is a bit dark, but keep heading along to the very edge of this balcony. And down there on the floor is the next one. Schematic successfully transferred. We have another picture clue. So this is a fairly iconically shaped staircase for this course. You will recognize it if you've seen it already, but if you go to Giant View, just underneath the scorecard, we can see there you've got the round part and the steps going down. And as we look at the picture, it's that corner there that we want to go to. So if we teleport down, right there on the floor is the disc. Exposure must have compromised the disc. This file is incomplete. Schematic partially transferred. Okay, this is one of the harder clues. The shapes aren't brilliantly clear, so let's start with that quite unique shape on the bottom there. So bottom left is the very first one we're going to pick up. Now if you've been there, you'll recognise that that is the balcony and the lift that follows hole number 15. So when we send ourselves there, we can see the curve of the balcony, and the clue is meant to be over there by the lift area. So avoiding the lasers as we go, down there on the floor is the first of the 3. Okay, next we have these 2 more square rooms, and what the picture doesn't show is that we've got layers involved, layers of height. So best to go indoors by hole number 12, and then we can see right over on the far corner of this quite squared off room is the next disc on the seat. And then from there is another room that kind of overlaps, and that's your indicator that it is upstairs. I thought the bedroom was too good a detail for them not to incorporate into at least the Foxhunt. So give that a pat on the way through, up the stairs, and then into this now quite messy bedroom. Who knows what kind of conference this was. On the floor is the 3rd disc. Oh good, here is the rest. Partial schematic now completed. So we can recognise part of this shape from the last clue, which tells us that we want to be heading towards that balcony area with the lift. So there's the balcony, there's the lift, but now we want to look for a square cutout, and that is of course this little room here. When you make your way over, there is a shelf of records, and hiding there is the next disc. Schematic successfully transferred. Okay, now we have probably one of the harder clues in the whole Foxhunt. This is the monorail map around the island. So I couldn't find an easier way to show you this other than to simply get on the monorail, which you can do from hole 5, where we went before. And then if you're lucky enough to time it like I did, the monorail is just coming along. So we're going to hop on that for a ride, and we're going to look at the shapes as we go. I will speed this up a little bit, so sorry if it gives you any kind of motion sickness. In-game you don't have to ride it, but it's just to show you whereabouts on the circuit these clues are. So as we see here, we're looking for the straights and the curves. We are shortly approaching a long left-hand curve as we come out of a tunnel. We then see a straight, which is on the left of the picture as we look at it, followed by another longer left-hand bend. And according to the picture, the first clue is just towards the end of this bend as it straightens out slightly. So keep your eye on the ground. Hopefully you get your timing right. The first clue is there. Okay, now the next clue, we can see that we're about to head into a tunnel, which are these kind of greyed out parts of the circuit. Quick stop here, but that's not where we're getting off. So as it continues on, we are in this right part of the tunnel, which is at the bottom of the picture. So shortly as we come out, we're going to be turning left, and we're looking out for the next clue on that turn. So here we are approaching the left-hand turn. And again, on the ground, here is our next clue. Okay, schematic successfully transferred. We have now 3 clues on another picture. So this one, to help give you some context and save you some time in editing, I have flown up really high so that you can see how this map aligns with the course itself. So working from left to right, we have this left shape here, which is quite iconic. That's the first one. Now we're going to follow it down. We've got this big part coming out and a couple of spikes and then a bigger spike. That's the second one. So the second one's going to be in that area. And so for the third, we can see there's quite a large spike of the island, which we need to go beyond, and then a smaller one beyond that. And the clue is said to be higher up the hill, so in that area over there. So looking at the first one, we're going to head over to the left. From giant view, you can teleport down, or you can take your time and fly back. Down by this little discrete picnic area is the first disc. On to the next now. Here is the spike that we identified. So there's the big one past the helipad and down here. So if you teleport just to that cluster of rocks, there is the next clue. And the third one, this is a bit more tricky. Not really an easy one to tell you where it is. So here's how I'm going to demonstrate this. I, fortunately with a big room, can walk in giant view and get to this building on the far right corner. If I teleport down to this corner here, and then we want to turn left to walk towards the mountain. Now, when you get to this corner, look out towards the sandy corner and align yourself, and the disc is in this line. So you could teleport at this point, or in my case, I'm going to fly down there, but that's the bearing that we're heading on. And as you get underneath the monorail, you'll see the next disc. And that's all 3. Good. Now, there is one last disc somewhere in the upper control room. It is vital to the operation. Remove it and we can shut down Dr. Caldwell's killer robot. So off we go to the control room, which is up at hole number 16. We would have seen a lost ball in here earlier as well. And as we go beyond this first set of computers into the second, actually in the slot is the disc. Haha, my robot cannot be stopped. That is silly. Did you think you would sell this information to my enemies? Well, at the least you have proven yourself clever and capable of treachery, and in my experience the most trustworthy agent is a double agent. Would you like a position in my organization? Welcome to Lair. Take an official putter recruit. So now we have the Lair themed putter. You've got elements of Tethys in this, but with some more curves, similar to the robot as we see outside. And we can give this one a quick try while we're up here on this hole, but I won't spend too long because we know we want to get started with the second fox hunt. Yep, I'm still rubbish. Let's see if we can get a half ball in. No, never mind. Okay, so on now to the second fox hunt. So as before, we are given the choice of the 2 fox hunts at the start, and this time we are going to be picking the card on the right hand side. Greetings, I am Dr. Magnus Caldwell's quasi-reliable henchman Mortimer, and I need your help. Imagine the iconic villain, visualize the impeccable attire, the intriguing gloved hands, and the evil cat perched evilly on their evil lap. Well, we've got all that except for the cat. Indeed, I rounded up 12 exploding kittens to interview for the job, but they've all escaped. Help me find them. The first exploding kitten is Rainbow Ralphing Cat. This cat is known to erupt rainbow-coloured awfulness without warning. It's also attracted to other small nearby eruptions. So as the clue says, we're looking for a nearby eruption, and this volcano displayed to the right hand side is where we'll find the Rainbow Ralphing Cat. And these are the clues for the Exploding Kittens Fox Hunt, these brilliantly designed cards. The next exploding kitten, Taco Cat, was last seen near some very fancy white couches where cats made of tacos are absolutely not permitted. Bad kitty. So these couches, or sofas for our UK viewers, are found up and around hole number 12, or 13, sorry. So we've got the window on the left and the couch straight ahead of us. There is Taco Cat. The next kitten, Electro Cat, sent me a clue. It shrinks, it freezes, it scars the surface of the moon. Packed chock full of the latest in evil technology, it's the ultimate ray gun behind every villain's nefarious plans. So if you've been nosing around the course already, you will recognise that this ray gun is found on a display over by hole number 5. And as we see the ray gun stand, just underneath it is the next card, the Electro Cat. Feral Cat says, H marks the spot. So this is one of the easier ones to find. You will know the fairly iconic helicopter landing pad, and as we teleport down there, we see Feral Cat. Decatipated just sent Baby This. Do. So you should know from the tune, of course, that is Baby Shark, and this clue is going to be found inside hole number 8. So when we go down there, we can see the shark in the pool with the laser attached this time. Obviously, we need to hit the beach ball. And when we go over the bridge, you can walk on the water or you can reach it from the edge. There is the next cat. Decatipated. Try saying that. Zombie Cat says, brains, eventually. For now, I'll just start with the right hand. So there's our clue. We are looking for a right hand. Of course, this whole island is drawn around this huge robot, and the right hand would be down there. So if we go to hole number 5 and look at where the hand is, there it is. And we use this entry point for the monorail and turn left. And there is the next card. Vampire Cat says, my personal chariot, my fastidious cleaning device, oozing with artificial genius. Okay, well, now it's endlessly banging its head against a wall under the stairs, but when it's done with that, it will resume escorting me regally throughout my domain. So this is a cat that likes to ride a non-branded vacuuming device, let's call it that. As we go into the apartment complex, we can see the display with one of them there, and over on the right we have one repeatedly banging into the wall. A nice little cool animation there. Cat-O-Lantern loves lasers and loves more lasers even more. What would Cat-O-Lantern love the most? That's going to be lots and lots of lasers. So, as we go to hole number 18, if you've played this, you'll know there are plenty of lasers here. There we go, there are the lasers. So, on the left-hand side is Cat-O-Lantern. Beard Cat is very good at hiding, but can be found if you follow the paper trail. This one is actually in eyesight from here, so we're going to make our way back inside. You can use the steps on the right-hand side here. And there is what sounds like a sort of a dot matrix printer, just churning out paper, and behind it is the next card. Catomic Bomb sent this drawing. Okay, this is one of the hardest ones on this fox hunt. We have a series of zigzags, and that is actually corresponding to a hole-in-one layout. For this, we want to go to hole number 4. And here is my incredibly poor attempt at showing you what that shot looks like. So it's left, right, and then bouncing against that little stone in the middle, and then into the hole. So why not give it one try while you're here before you go and pick up the card. Time it with the laser. Miss it like I did, and just carry on. So beyond the end of the hole on the left-hand side is the Catomic Bomb. Catamelon is almost always moving, hard to catch, but I received this picture. So that is the speedboat, and if you've been looking around the island, you'll notice that a very Bond-esque speedboat is jetting around. You can, if you're good, teleport down to it or fly over to it. And when you're on, it's one of 2 rides available on this course. So there's the picture, give the island a wave, and there is Catamelon. The final missing exploding kitten is Hairy Potato Cat. HPC is usually found hanging out with friends. So right back to where we started, over at hole number 1, we have a number of these little science fair type displays, and one of them is the electrified potatoes. And there is HPC. You found all 12 exploding kittens, and I can't wait to see which one the boss chooses. To thank you, I made this putter just for you that magically hits the ball right in the hole every time. A lie, another lie, not even a little bit true. So here we have the exploding kittens themed putter, and I absolutely love this one. So you've got this awesome cat on the end of it, and then to show you the true glory of this putter, we need to activate it by giving it a test. And in this case, I think we'll do that at hole number 3. So there we go. When it activates, you can see that Taco Cat is on the end of this. So exploding kitten on one end and a Taco Cat on the other. Awesome putter. Let's give it a try. And this one actually legitimately was achieved on the first time. Not that all my others weren't and were edited, but there we go. So there we have it. 2 fox hunts, 2 entirely separate putters. I hope you've enjoyed these fox hunts and the twist that the exploding kittens one added. If you found this video helpful, please do leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment if you've got anything to say. I'm sure the developers and Elan may well be watching and seeing what everyone's thoughts are on this new take on the fox hunts. I hope you're enjoying the DLC, and I look forward to seeing you on the course.